you get caught and they make you keep it eligible in, then it's hard to get the ball off on the back end.
A lot of guys through the years have said they respect the Seahawks just as far as the way they play and the way they're coached. It's kind of grit and that type of mentality. Do you see anything similar with the Ravens?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm familiar with the Ravens. I've 14 years in the NFL, so Harbaugh is, he's a really hard-nosed coach, and his teams reflect that. They're physical. They run to the ball. They create chaos, and they play to the whistle. So they are they're a really good coach team. Really good defense playing together right now. So it's going to definitely be a challenge.
In the scenarios that you just presented, where it looks like they're going to rush 7 and they drop guys back, whose responsibility is that to make the call on the protection?
No, I mean you have a protection call, and then you take it as it presents itself. A lot of times those guys hear the protection call, they know which way the center is sliding, so generally they want to drop the people towards the slide and bring the guys towards the man side. So there's no calls you can make during the play or right at the snap that's going to correct any of that. So you basically, you got to make your protection call, and you got to trust your keys, and then, when you can get guys, bump guys off, and if your guy dropped, the quicker you can get back in and take one of the middle linebackers or linebackers off and the running back, allow him to get out, helps the offense. But you really got to be keyed in on that. It's, they don't make it easy. They're a good defense for a reason.
And the Cardinals kind of do that too. They kind of bluff to pretend they have a leg and they back off.
Yeah, but the Cardinals didn't make a living out of dropping nose tackles and defense, and 4 eyes and defensive ends like D ends, outside linebackers more so than anything, but it's really not common to drop your 350-pound nose tackle into the middle of the field. So that's kind of where it's tricky. It's easier when the end drops for everybody to bounce back, for everybody to bounce back in, but if your end's coming and the nose drop, then it's up to the guard to have to bounce back. And it's just a tough deal to see. That's why they do it, because teams usually don't get a chance to exploit the nose tackle in the middle of the field, because they usually can make you hot.
And how's Brock about recognizing that post-snap stuff?
I mean, he's been pretty good. It won't be the first time we've seen this. Definitely won't be the last. So, from my knowledge of watching him play, I think he does a pretty good job with it.
Is it easier in week 15 and 16 to kind of figure those things out than it might have been in week 1, week 2?
Yeah, I think as an O-line probably, and as an offense, more tied together, the more and more you do it. So being in week 16, we've done it 16 weeks already, 15 weeks, 14, whatever have you. I think we should be better at it, but that literally doesn't say anything. We haven't played the Ravens yet. We haven't seen those looks full speed, so you can think you know what's coming the whole time, and then they make changes too. They're not gonna walk in with the same thing. They're gonna have wrinkles for us, and likewise. So it'll be tough, and that's one of the things where we got to be together more than ever as an offensive line.
Trent, a lot of these big, huge games for you guys. We'll see exactly just how good the Niners are. You wiped out the Cowboys and wiped out the Eagles, and to a lesser extent, because you're coming out with 3-game losing streak, wiped out the Jaguars. That was a big deal. Is that just you guys rising to the moment? Obviously, it speaks to you're a good team.
Yeah, I wouldn't say rising to the moment, because the goal is to treat every moment the same and create a standard that you can play by. With your eyes closed, right? You want to create a standard that no matter what the vibe of the team is, no matter who's down, who's up, that we're going to at least look a certain way every time we touch the field. So I think that's more so what it is than anything. It's just trying to, uphold a standard that we all hold each other to, hold each other accountable. And, it just, honestly, I mean, I'll be lying to say that we don't look at the team across the sideline and say, oh, that's a really good team. We probably need to be a little bit more tied in. We need to be a little better. I mean, we're human, you know, that sinks into everybody's head. But, you know, I don't think that's the reason why we play good in those times. I think it's really, as long as we can play to our standard, I think that it'll look pretty good for the most part.
If you win 45-7 Monday night, I think that Super Bowl hype's going to be through the roof.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is the next game is still just as important. So, you know how it go, man. It's a high school matchup. It's Christmas. You know, everybody will be watching. You know, I feel like we've had, in the football world, we've had some heavyweight matchups. And not just us, but every team. I think it's been really good games on. So I think it's good for the sport, man. You know, pretty sure they'll bring their best. We got to bring our best and make the best team win.
Okay.